Alright, and in this video we are going to be replacing my passenger side window regulator and motor. So let's jump in and start taking that door apart. Once you remove the door, if you need a deeper description of how, it's 2 bolts here and a bolt in there. You can watch my video of replacing my speakers. There's a very detailed view of taking that apart, but you'll also have to remove this lining. You'll have to unbolt both of these brackets. So let's start with that. Now when removing that inner lining, I recommend being careful, unlike I was and ended up tearing it. But otherwise they were all 10mm bolts and screws. And here's our window motor, and behind is the window regulator. Now there are multiple ways to confirm whether your window motor has gone bad. Some ways are just slamming the door closed or taking the butt end of a screwdriver and tapping it, trying to get it to loosen up so that the window can go up and down, but that'll just be like a temporary fix. Or if you have 3 hands and 3 arms, you can use a multimeter, because you'll go into both probes in here with both probes in here, and then also apply the switch. I don't have 3 hands, so I'm going to be using a circuit tester with one hand going in the plug to make sure that the motor is getting power. The other is for the switch for the window. Plug the probe in, hold it, apply the switch, and it lights up. And you'll try to plug it in the other hole, probe, try the switch going the other direction, and it lights up. So that clearly means the motor is getting power, but the window is still not going up or down. So we'll be replacing both the window regulator and motor, since it was cheaper to buy both of them than just buying a replacement. So let's remove the old motor and regulator. Now in an ideal situation, you would want the window to roll down to about here. So you can unscrew the bolt that is attached to the window here, and same with through this slot. I am unable to do that, so I'm going to finesse a wrench in here to undo it. And I'm using 2 suction cups and a bungee cord to hold the window so that once it's disconnected, it doesn't just fall. And then I'm going to unscrew the other one through here. Hold the glass up, then it'll just remove all these 10mm bolts that hold the regulator and motor in place. So let's get started. So before you go and install the new one, you want to compare it to the old one and make sure everything lines up properly. All the bolt holes for the motor and the regulator. Where the plug is located, this is where the old plug is located. New one's on a wire, so you can easily bend it to reach the old one. That's in the car for the switch. Same mounting holes for what attached to the glass. And other than that, they are identical if you ordered the correct part. So after having gotten the window regulator motor back in the door, I'm going to install it and then drop the glass down gently down to where it would bolt in, so it was a much easier time than I was struggling trying to remove it the first time. All right, and now to drop the glass very slowly. I'm leaving the one just as a safety precaution so the glass doesn't just fall dramatically. Right now it's pinned up against it, holding it in place, so if it were to fall, it falls very small amount so that you don't break the glass. And then go back through and make sure every bolt is tightened down tightly. And now I would recommend tightening plugging everything in. And testing it out. And after testing it out and making sure that it works properly, all that's left to do is reassemble the door and you're all set. Well, there you go. We replaced the window regulator motor. This one now is trash, and it turned out perfectly fine. The new window motor and regulator work perfectly fine. Window goes up and down, and I'm very pleased. If you found the video helpful, consider liking it. Follow me for more modifications and repairs I make. I broke my drive shaft, so that's going to be here in the future soon. And thanks for watching. See you in the next one.